Up, 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 up. In the club, bucket dog, ayy. Yo, what's good, y'all? I am OMA, one who may ascend. I appreciate y'all for joining us today. We're back again with another big-ass controversial topic. What is love? All right, so this is a big one. I need to consult my notes here for this one. Let me get out the glasses and everything. All right, so I've been, a lot of people be asking me questions, mainly women, particularly women, not even gonna hold you, not even gonna front. They're like, where are the love songs at? I'm like, bitch, you must not know. You don't know, OMA, so we're here to set the record straight. Couple of questions about that, and I have questions about that question and response. If we're just going to blanket questions and make vast, sweeping assumptions, here in that regard. One, who's to say that I don't make love songs? Who's to say that songs about blood and gore and killing people and world domination, aren't a form of love? There's a thought for you. Think on that. Secondly, what does love mean to you? And those questions, those topics are conversely related. They could be interchangeable, they could be intertwined. So thoughts for you there as well. So like I said, I wrote a few notes down here. I'm just going to basically read off what I wrote earlier today. And these aren't, even despite me writing them today, these aren't necessarily like new revelations. I've been thinking this, and that's another thing too. I need to make a disclaimer that I don't like presenting like half-baked perspectives, on life. I do like keeping you all updated, and even myself as points of reference, as like bookmarks for me to go back and refer to, on the daily, weekly, yearly, monthly basis or whatever. As much as I like doing that, I also am very intentional about the kind of content that I present, because I never want to misspeak. I never want to misrepresent myself, the brand, the vision, perspectives, anything like that. So in full disclosure, despite me having just handwritten, and vocalizing all of these, today, and by the way, today is Thursday, April 13th, 2023. I have been, mulling this around, kicking it around for the past, 2 or 3 years now. So I just want to articulate the consistency, of this thought process and the evolution of these concepts and ideas. This isn't just like how I'm feeling today kind of thing. No, I've been feeling like this for quite some time now, So I've yet to discover proof of the existence of love. In my experience, the phenomenon can be most often attributed to a combination of a few factors. All right. Really, it's kind of two, because the first two of the three that I'm going to mention are, related. So there's, on one hand, there's manipulation and social constructs, and on the other hand, there's lust. All right. So I put manipulation and social construct on one hand because you could kind of say, manipulation is a social construct, and, social constructs are manipulation. But where I wanted to distinguish between the two is a social construct is sometimes, sometimes it's intentional. Sometimes it's social engineering. It's like purposeful, intentional and weaponized, but it's less likely to be, how do I say, malicious, I guess, as opposed to manipulation. Manipulation, there is a malicious undertone or sentiment towards it. I don't think manipulation always has to be necessarily malevolent. It can be beneficial. But yeah, social constructs, sometimes it's like we just keep doing things just because that's how we've always done it. It's not necessarily like a good or a bad thing. It's just, it is what it is. Now, manipulation is you're intending to change a behavior or an action. So that's why I wanted to just draw the distinction between the two, but they can be potentially related. Unless everybody knows what that is, just trying to get one off. It is what it is, so that's what I consider what we call love is. That's what I would, most likely contribute it to. Furthermore, if we're going to talk about unconditional love, I would suggest that there's no such thing. Regardless of love or any other topic or subject, there is no such thing as unconditional. What does that mean? Unconditional. Determining conditions that may determine whether or not something is conditional can vary and may include, but are not limited to, physical, mental, and social convenience. Consider this, and I know this is going to be a very controversial topic, opinion, but I'm here for it. I'm here for the controversy, baby, because I want you all to grow. I want myself to grow. Teach me something that I don't know. If you disagree with me, leave it in the comments, please. I want this to be an ongoing discussion. This isn't like an OMA's right. Oh, you have to listen and subscribe to everything that I do. These are just my personal observations that I've been met with up to this point. 28-year-old, going on 29 years of life. Not just my personal observations, but others as well. They say a smart person learns from their own mistakes. A wise person learns from the mistakes of others. I would like to consider myself to be wise in that regard, so please teach me something. And if you don't have anything to say, then shut the fuck up. Like, straight up, you know what I'm saying? But I do, want to encourage and facilitate the grounds for an open discussion. Like I said, this isn't just me. This isn't about me. That's not why, it's OMA, one who may ascend. This is about us, community, united as one. So if there is some knowledge that I can impart onto you, if there is something that I can learn from you, I consider either case both mutually beneficial in either regard. So I'm here for it, So going back to the conditions, right? Unconditional love, these are potential conditions under which that you may or may not love somebody. Consider physical, mental, and social convenience. So what do I mean by physical convenience? I mean that in many capacities, right? You might love somebody just because you know them. They're in your immediate environment. They're your family. They're your friends, they're your relatives, they're your closest associates, your coworkers, so forth and so on, right? How do you love somebody that you do not know, that you cannot conceive of, that you can't even imagine? That is a condition from which that you love somebody, right? First, you have to even know somebody. And then secondly, you have to like them before you love them, right? So if somebody is in your physical environment, you are more likely, they are more likely to satisfy those conditions, So unconditional love? I don't think so. Mental, people are more likely to like people, who have the same mental capacities, mental facilities, say if somebody's no longer there, and say if somebody's personality changes. What if somebody speaks a different language than you, but you would love the person if you spoke the same language? Consider that, social exceptions, social convenience, that goes back to the speaking the same language kind of thing. Do you have the same culture? Do you share the same values? Are you on the same page, wavelength, trajectory? These are all important factors for means of consideration of whether or not you love somebody. So these are conditions, So think about that. Furthermore, I would say that yes, my close family and friends know exactly how I feel, and what I mean by this. And if they didn't, then they know now. So surprise. There's no surprise. Yes, I still love you. You know, but yeah, I don't believe in the unconditional thing. Because I mean, if we're family and friends, and that's the condition under which that I love you, how can I say that I love you unconditionally? If unconditional love was such a thing, you would love all things and everything equally. You would love the wall in my background as much as you love your grandmother, as much as you love, the bugs and dirt beneath our feet, as much as you love the air, and that transcends, human perception when it comes to regards of love. You would love things that you can't even perceive to be imaginable, you know, like that's a whole nother level of love. If that is what we're striving for as love, then yes, that's unconditional. That's love. You know, so interesting subject. Um, Interesting topic, and these are things that I speak about, and this is why I am so uh, vociferous about all topics of all varieties, under one who may ascend, because I'll speak on things that I hate as much as things that I quote unquote, love, So, how do I use this? Why do I use this term, love, on the day to day basis and in person, whether it's with family or friends, what do I mean when I say I love you? This is me speaking now from my perspective. It's for ease of communication. I'm conversing in a language that is native to the recipient at this point. So when I say I love you, what I'm really saying is I value and appreciate you. That's what I'm saying, and that's the truth. That's me being honest. Whenever I say that, I'm not lying to you. That's what I mean. That's what love means to me, and it's not unconditional. For me, love is composed of three primary ingredients: trust, respect, and empathy. That's what I narrowed it down to. Again, this is just for me. I'm not telling you to subscribe to my opinion. I would suggest that you challenge it. Let me know. Tell me I'm wrong. I would like you to criticize me constructively and tell me why I'm wrong. Don't just say, hey, you're wrong. I would like to know why. And if you think that I am, tell me, what do you think? This is an open conversation. So, trust, respect, and empathy. Those are the three key ingredients, the components of love, for me. That's what it means to me. All of these three things can be built over time, just like a muscle, just like they're maintained, just like a garden, with regular communication, similar values, growth, related interests help, that'll help the relationship, but aren't necessary, So that's how you sustain it, just like your muscles. I feel like love is something that you grow over time. It's not a, oh, you have it, oh, you don't kind of thing, But yeah, other than that, at the end of the day, I believe, it's a social construct or a manipulation tactic, social construct at best, manipulation tactic at worst, or just lust. Anything outside of that, is just for the sake of one's own security, comfort. Those are topics for another day, just looking at my notes here and everything like that. But at the end of the day, again, another bomb I'm going to drop on y'all, controversy bomb. And again, this is just my personal perspective. From what I've seen so far, humans are animals, so we may like to think that we've transcended, um, you know, um, I think that's very, I guess, generous of us to think like that, and very, I guess, optimistic. But at the end of the day, we still all adhere to particular social constraints and constructs, and that is my personal view in relation, to those that we've set for ourselves, as well as those that I do set for myself and the relationships that I maintain. So let me know what you think. If you believe in love, if there anything that you agree or disagree, what do you think about the conditional the conditions that facilitate love? What do you think about um, the three main ingredients, the components that I consider, you know, our love? What what does love mean to you? Who's to say Ome doesn't make love songs? You know. Let me know what you all think. Let me know any other comments, topics, subjects that you'd like me to cover. If I said anything that offended you or that you disagree with, I'd love to know why. I'm not here just out here for the purpose of offending people and to be disagreeable. I want to encourage others as well as myself to think, grow, develop, evolve over time, as we all will, whether you like it or not. you know. Uh, so yeah, another controversial day with OMA. Appreciate y'all for joining us, rocking with us today. Other than that, you already know what it is. We are going all the way up. Eyes to the sky. Peace, y'all. Stay up. Descendants, and those of you who are new, I am OMA, one who may ascend, conscious trap metal recording artist. Here on our YouTube channel, you can expect exclusive content, some music, freestyles, vlogs, exclusive behind the scenes, so make sure you turn on your post notifications, subscribe, like, comment, share. This is community, this is about family, this is about all of us. Stay tuned, the best is yet to come. We're going all the way up, eyes to the sky.